Yo, what is up guys? It is G from EastSideMiniMobberz, and in this video I'm going to show you guys how to replace the brake pads on your mechanical or your hydraulic brake calipers that come on the MonsterMotos, the MotoVoxes, the Doodlebugs. Pretty much any brake caliper that looks like it in this video, it will work for. It's a very simple process. With all that being said, let's just get straight into the video. All right, check it out. So I'm going to show you guys pretty much how to replace the brake pads on one of these brake calipers here. This works for the mechanical one, just like this one, and the hydraulic one, because they're pretty close to the same exact design. But you can see this is how it mounts up. These are your guide pins here, so you can see there's a little bit of play within this if it needs to like flex or whatnot. And then this, your cable goes through here, and that's kind of how it works. It pulls, and you can see it presses the pad out, and that's what actually slows down the mini bike. Now these pads actually don't look too bad, but I think I'm just going to replace them with these ones anyways, just because these look like they have a little bit more life on it. We'll compare it as well, but it just takes a 5mm Allen right there, and there's just the 2 bolts on the back here that you just have to loosen up, and just like that the 2 bolts will come out, and then you'll see you'll open it just like this, and there's both of the pads. And make sure there's this little piece of metal here which acts as a spring which holds them down. Make sure you note the orientation of this when it comes out and you don't lose it. So you can see that comes out just like that, and then there is your little piston there which will push this out, and that's what that looks like as well. I'm actually going to go ahead and just blow this out with some compressed air and just clean up this whole housing just real quick while it's all off. All right, I just blew this out, it's all cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and slide my piston back in, and then you can see these are the pads that came out of it. Not too bad, they still got a decent amount of life, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw these in because they're a little bit newer, and they're the copper pads, so they should last a little bit longer and stop a little bit better than these ones do here. So just make sure you check the orientation of how this goes. That goes in there just like that. This one goes in there just like this. And then you can see the little piece of metal falls in there just like that on top of the pad there. And then this one goes, and you can kind of see the indentation on the pads of how it actually meets up. This might be a little tricky to kind of get in there in place, but once it goes in, you have to put your hand on it so you can actually apply some tension to this while you put the bolts in. And then before you tighten this down all the way, just make sure that spring is seated the way it needs to be in there, just like that. And then you can start tightening this down, and then we'll just tighten them down in place. And just like that, with it all tightened up, ready to go, you can go ahead and reinstall it on the bike. Now, removal wasn't necessary, but I was doing some other stuff to this frame, like sanding it and painting it, so I took it off. But also for filming purposes, it's much easier to have it off the bike so I can get a better video for you guys. But with all that being said, I hope this video was helpful to you guys, and if it was, make sure you guys drop a comment, like, and you guys make sure to subscribe. There's some good videos coming up soon that you guys don't want to miss. Peace.